The electric vehicle startup Lucid Motors, which Ford was rumored to be interested in purchasing 4 years ago, is now worth more than the Detroit carmaker. Since the stock market has been highly enthusiastic about electric car companies recently, Lucid Motors' value has risen to about $91 billion. The remarkable spike in the shares of the Saudi-backed business comes after its CEO stated that he thinks the firm's stock and market valuation has run away to increase above the level of legacy automakers and ultimately reach the level of industry leader Tesla. Wait a minute, the American manufacturer isn't done yet. The CEO has also commented about the company's expansion plans. For this video, we'll discuss Lucid's plans to expand its manufacturing to new markets in both China and the Middle East, as well as its long-term stock price forecast for 2030. So, grab a few of your favorite cookies and settle in for a relaxing evening with us. Welcome back to New Vehicle Media, your go-to channel for EV stock. Quick reminder that subscribing's free and liking the video helps YouTube suggest similar content. Comments are loved and featured in upcoming videos. CEO Peter Rawlinson of the luxury manufacturer told CNBC that the startup has plans to develop plants outside of the United States. Founded in California and headquartered in Casa Grande, Arizona, the business began commercial manufacture of electric vehicles in September. Beginning in late October, Lucid started delivering its Air sedan, which has been designated as the Dream Edition. This is a significant step forward for the firm in the increasingly competitive EV industry. According to the CEO, who spoke on CNBC's Mad Money, the company intends to establish operations in the Middle East and China by the middle of the decade as well. As the world's biggest car market, China is also home to electric vehicle pioneer Tesla, which constructed a plant there in 2019. Numerous Chinese electric vehicle startups, including Xpeng, Li Auto, and NIO, are vying for the attention of consumers as well as investors. Rawlinson's remarks about expanding to China and the Middle East came only one day after Lucid posted its first quarterly earnings as a publicly traded business. After management confirmed production plans for 2022 and indicated that refundable car reservations had grown, the company's market valuation exceeded that of Ford Motor Company. The company intends to keep the goal of producing 20,000 of its Air cars next year, a goal that the firm initially set forth in July of this year. However, in its present configuration, the Arizona plant has the capacity to produce 34,000 cars per year, with the potential for further development in the future. That is why the company is quadrupling the size of its facility in Arizona and constructing a 2.85 million square foot extension to prepare for the production of 90,000 units per year, with the site itself capable of producing approximately 500,000 units per year after Phase 3 is complete. Recent earnings calls indicated that the company has more than 17,000 bookings for the Air, all of which are refundable deposits, and that this number has increased by more than 30% in the previous 6 weeks since the conclusion of the third quarter of the year. Every day, the firm saw an influx of new bookings, particularly when the Lucid Air was selected Motor Trend's Vehicle of the Year. It's at this point that the vast majority of people heard about the luxury brand. According to the CEO, the firm is yet to go mainstream. Specifically, when the business is taking aim at Tesla Motors Model S as well as Daimler Mercedes-Benz S-Class range and other premium brands such as Porsche, Audi, and Tata Motors Jaguar. The competitive edge of Lucid is its technology. The business has been able to obtain performance, power, and range with a conveniently sized battery. In-house development of the integrated powertrain raises the cost of the vehicle, but it also gives Lucid more control over its design and manufacturing processes. Investors have high expectations due to the company's top-tier management team, glitzy marketing, and unabashedly confident events and speeches. In the meanwhile, what about 2030? And what would be the stock price in 2030? Let's begin at the beginning and work our way up to it. Upon the news of the SPAC Churchill Capital 4 Corp's proposed merger with Lucid in February, shares in the company soared from $10 to an all-time high of about $65 later in the same month. Many other EV-related SPACs were boosted by optimistic, long-term predictions for the industry, but Lucid stood out from the pack because it was formed and headed by Peter Rawlinson, who founded and ran the company. Nonetheless, investors soon understood that the company's surge couldn't be sustained since the company hadn't sold a single car, and the stock fell back to the mid-teens by the end of the month. However, during the last 6 months, Lucid stock has soared back to $55.21, with the company's market capitalization reaching approximately $91 billion. After months of speculation, investors are beginning to doubt the value and growth potential of LCID. The good news is that Lucid has revealed that it is getting continual reservations for the luxury vehicle, which is encouraging for the investors. Due to the fact that the company's stock price has been steadily increasing, investors want to look at the long-term future outlook of the stock. LCID is evaluated using a unique algorithm developed by Gov Capital. These forecasts take into consideration a variety of factors such as volume fluctuations, price changes, market cycles, and comparable stocks. The American manufacturer's stock is expected to trade at $132.43 per share in 1 year, according to the site's predictions. We'll see something quite apparent if we shift that farther back in time to 5 years from now, which will be at $811 per share. We spoke about a somewhat similar but lower price tag if Lucid had the first mover advantage similar to Tesla in one of our previous videos. If you want to catch up on that video, there'll be a link right below the like button. The current market trend shows that Lucid has the first mover advantage in the luxury space. If the stock continues to rise as per site prediction, it looks that it will hit that Tesla stock price by the year 2030. However, take note that this is entirely dependent on Lucid living up to its promises. For Air sedans to be successful, they must be popular with consumers who are prepared to pay a premium for them. In other words, the organization is required to provide results. Nonetheless, it seems like LCID stock is a good deal with the potential to reach higher margins. It's important to remember that the startup is a new and inexperienced company and that its predictions should be treated cautiously. However, to its credit, the firm continues to demonstrate to investors that it is capable of meeting even the most ambitious promises. Not everything is straight sailing from here on out for Lucid, even if they claim to have reached mass manufacturing stage. In order to justify a greater value, the firm will have to demonstrate that it can continue to create demand, increase production, and ultimately achieve positive operating cash flow and profitability. To be sure, there has never been a better opportunity to make a purchase of Lucid stock than there is right now. The value of the company's stock has increased significantly during the past month. However, it is probably a far better purchase now than it was in the past, thanks to positive evaluations from Motor Trend, excellent EPA ratings, and the beginning of mass manufacturing. I'm curious to hear what you think of LCID in the long term. Believe it or not, it will be at least as valuable as Tesla by 2030. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. According to Frank, Lucid represents both the present and the future. If Tesla has a market capitalization of $1.2 trillion, Lucid can be worth at least half that in a few years, $500 a share, which is why the major investment companies are purchasing LCID in large quantities. That should wrap things up for today. Keep in mind that subscribing is still free and liking helps YouTube recognize your preferences. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.